Now we're going to go over some of the faults. Starting with the engine. This engine is very clean. We did clean it a bit, which is why it looks almost brand new. But this definitely is in dire need of an oil change, so we'll do the filter and the oil as well. I don't know why I'm pointing to the dipstick. That's where the oil goes. The coolant needs to be refreshed because you can see here this coolant hose is bulging, and actually I think someone has spliced it at some point and put a separate hose on it. So we'll have to change that, and when we're doing the top one, we might as well do the bottom one, which you can see with my finger right there. So I hope we don't have to take the radiator for that. I don't really know. The lights and everything are in good condition, but the front bumper has seen much better days. So you come to this side, you can see that the reflector is slightly cracked. You have a few chips here and there, which isn't that bad, but it's clearly hit a driveway at some point. If I get under, you can see, and it's even worse on the other side. This, as you can see, is really bad. It is in some desperate need of some TLC, and when we come to this side here, this all has to be taken off, and you can see it's gouged quite badly and also broken the reflector. So we'll have to get two new reflectors, get the bumper repainted, hopefully get it paint matched. So that's one of the big jobs that we have to do on this car. Let's move on to the wheels. The wheels need some TLC, and I'm not sure on the brakes, but we definitely have to do a brake bleed on this. But I hope that there's enough meat on the pads. There's a lip on the rotors and stuff, and the calipers look to be in decent shape. So this should be okay. Now we move to the trunk. Actually, before we go to the trunk, you can see, well, what you can't see, if I turn the light off, you can see a tiny bit of marking. If I run it along my finger, you can probably see it, but this probably can be polished out. It's got a few dents here and there. I believe on this door we have one dent. It is kind of hard to see, but there is a dent somewhere here, this general area. Then, when we come around to the other side, you can see massive dents here. I mean, they're very easily seen and spotted, so we'll get those done. Then there's one on the wing here. It's very minute as well, but we'll get that done. Might as well. If we get the dent guy, he'll just do all of them. We go to the trunk, which is very hard to open. The struts and all are in good condition, but we do need to give this a damn good vacuum, especially when we turn the light on. You can see all that crud and all sorts of junk in there. And then here, we'll just do a quick refresh in this area. Actually, we do have a grommet missing, and I have the grommet here. There we go. Brand new already. Okay. The gas cap is in very good condition and it locks, so that's great. And all the drain holes and stuff work well. We got rid of a lot of junk the other day. The headliner is sagging slightly, and you can see it has burnt a hole in a few areas, but in general, this car has some potential. Now let's move on to the interior. So when we go into the interior, we have this awful steering wheel. I mean, this steering wheel is covered in grime. This is in desperate need of some TLC. And the badge is slightly corroded. I wonder if we can get rid of that. If we can't, that's okay. But I'm pretty sure that we should be okay with doing this. It's generally very dirty in here. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. You can see the dashboard, the mirror is really bad. You can't really see the spots, but they are there. Turn my light back on. The shifter is good. It goes into first, second, third, fourth well, but fifth, you can see it kind of sticks there. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to change the gearbox oil on this. Some are sealed for life, but I'm pretty sure we will have to do something about this. Maybe a quick Italian tune-up and gauge this more will probably loosen the spring slightly. Everything works in here. It's just very dirty. So you can see, like, even the FM button is slightly browner than the AM button. So we'll just clean that up quickly. And the seats are good, but they are calling out for some conditioner and some cleaner. And the general interior needs to be cleaned. Now, another big issue, very common on Z3s, the shims that lock the seat in place when you're moving it back and forth have broken off on both seats. The driver's side is actually a lot worse, so they will have to be changed. We'll have to clean the seat belts as well, maybe do the handbrake and clean this out. The cassettes, they all work. Yep, that's all good. And it's very dusty back there. The roof is in very good condition, but you can see the window has also seen better days, so we will have to do that as well. One final thing, which I will need to grab the key for,